morning, good noon, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is Gwendy from NS2D Studios, and today I will be doing a REACT-ception because recently Mortius and Casper Fox reacted to my epic the musical No Longer You animatic, and I will say that I've already seen their reactions. I absolutely love it and thought that I would chime in and react. Not a live reaction, but I will react and comment on their reaction to my epic the musical animatic. Here we go.
Hello, gals, blokes, and all other folks. My name is Mortius, and today we are here with Casper Fox, back with more Epic the Musical, The Underworld Saga. This is going to be the final video on my channel for Act 1. Other than covers and things like that, because I already did my reaction to it, and our reaction to Monster is going to be up on Casper's channel. So until Act 2 starts coming out, this is going to be the final Epic the Musical reaction going up on my channel, which is kind of wild to think about. So I want to thank you guys for being here for this journey. I want to thank you for being here for this journey, my dude. This has been such a blast. I appreciate you so much. For those of you who did miss our The Underworld reaction over on Casper's channel, I have, obviously, if you're on the channel, you know that I already reacted to the audio and some different visuals for this, but I have not actually seen these animatics, so this is still going to be a first-time reaction to a lot of these visuals, which means we're going to have to replay it like twice, because the first time I'm going to be watching Casper and the second time I'm going to be watching the animatics, because that's what happened during the Underworld.
So pretty much it's a fresh reaction from them then.
The animatic was incredible. And now we are hopping into another new person, which is Gwendy, aka NS2D Studios. Now, I have not had them on the channel yet.
No, they have not.
However, I did get to see a little bit of their Done For.
Okay, I'm stopping the video there just to mention that I think Mortius might have seen my Done For video in TikTok, because I saw him comment there. I was really excited when I saw that comment, so thank you, Mortius.
As a alternate animatic, and it was incredible.
Thank you.
It was so good. I was really surprised I had not heard of this person before with how good their Done For was, so I've got high...
yeah, stopping right there, maybe because I'm still pretty green. I'm very new to the Epic the Musical scene. To those of you who don't know, I made my very first Epic the Musical animatic back in March of this year, just the March of this year, and it was for There Are Other Ways, and it wasn't even the full animatic, by the way. And as of this time, the animatic has already been completed. There Are Other Ways, the full animatic is already available in my channel, so you might want to check that out.
Hopes and high expectations for No Longer You. Do you have any thoughts or predictions you want to share about No Longer You? What could that mean?
No Longer You. The only thing I can think about is that Odysseus is becoming the monster that he sought to destroy, which I've been saying for the entire thing. It's not just because now I know about the titles of the songs. I've been saying this.
Yeah, no, you've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah. I think it might be about him, I guess, or unless I really at least hope / expect Hades to show up. Either
sadly,
song, then I'm gonna look really stupid. But
sadly, no Hades.
I must admit, I don't have some, because that title is not as revealing.
Spoiler alert: there's no Hades in No Longer You Epic
really
the
cool
animatic that I made.
There, dude, that looked really cool.
Oh, hey, thanks. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, we were gonna do that, and then we totally forgot. That's fine. Completely forgot. Yeah, new merch. Go check it out. Link in the description. It's like, yeah, I don't remember what the link is. It's like a weird tiny URL. But thank you for remembering to talk about that. The merch is wonderful. It looks really good. I have samples. Go check out the intro. Mason, merch. Good job. So we are going to hop into, without any further ado, No Longer You. Thank you so much to all patrons, all YouTube viewers, and all Casper Foxes for accompanying me through this journey together. And without any further ado, we're making it happen. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let me just lower myself for a bit.
Ready?
Yes, let's do it.
I like that he's singing it. Or lip syncing, rather. It's fun.
Okay, already catching on that instrument is like this cello, and to my knowledge, because I haven't actually actively listened.
Okay, this part, Casper will talk about the music. I'm not really a musician, so I just want to, chime in a little bit about the visual that I chose to make for this particular scene. So let me just go back a little bit. So
Time, I've unlocked it. I see past and future.
okay. So you saw the shadows going past the face. So when I make my animatics, I try to see about making the visuals match the lyrics, right? And I have been at this point when I was making the animatic, I tried to think of a way to incorporate time. I've unlocked it. I see past and future running free. I wanted to have it visualized. I initially thought of clocks, but ancient clocks, our modern clocks rather, did not exist in ancient Greece. I did a lot of research, and they do have ancient clocks, but it was too complicated to add, and not many people will recognize that it's an ancient Greek clock. So in the end, I chose moving the shadows across the face as though it represents the phases of the moon. When time passes, the moon, the shadows of the moon, it changes all the time. So that's what I went for. That's why we see that transition from Tiresias's face moving to Odysseus. It's just a cool effect that I thought would somehow, at least metaphorically, convey the passage of time. So yeah, here we go.
Running free.
Okay, already catching on that instrument is like this cello, and to my knowledge, because I haven't actually actively listened for this, so correct me if I'm wrong, first epic song to be in 3/4, like the waltz, like the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3
1 2 3. That's why it felt like a waltz.
I didn't even notice that when I reacted to it, but I think you're right. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I love this animation style.
Thank you. Thank you, Casper.
You're right. Ooh,
Yeah.
cool. That's dope. And I love this dude's voice.
Mason is so
Mason
talented.
something.
Oh, Mason
My
Olszewski.
Mason, put up. No. My Mason, put up the actual full name of this Mason. Good job. You're doing great.
Wow, that's a cool name.
It's a very great name, but his Mason something, his voice is absolutely incredible. I also love the consonants, answers you seek. Time, I've unlocked it. Unlocked it. Really
Unlocked it.
it really, if you listen, he's really emphasizing the
Yeah, I like
consonants,
the
and it's
words.
very different from a lot of the
Yeah.
delivery in this show.
We're very emphasized,
I've been
yeah.
listening to ruthlessness and a lot there's no gracious. He doesn't even say the G of gracious. There's so gracious. A lot of it very artistically omits certain consonants, but the prophet's unlocked it. It's
Okay, just something that I thought of right now when Mortius mentioned that Mason, the voice for Tiresias, emphasizes his diction, the way he pronounces the words and the consonants. I guess it's kind of ironic how he's so clear with how he pronounces the words, and yet the prophecy itself is very vague. I just thought it was a nice juxtaposition. So yeah, let's continue.
really cool. Listen for that.
With the answers you seek. Time, I've unlocked it. I see past and future running free.
This really feels like a waltz. I could dance to this. Seriously.
You get home, but that's not a world I know.
Oh yeah. Just so I would just mention this to those who don't know. I chose Tiresias' design to have longer hair and have androgynous features because in the myth, Tiresias was a man who was then turned into a woman by the gods. The reasons being different. It's gonna be a different god or goddess anytime you ask. Tiresias really went through some transformation, that's for sure. So that's why I chose to have him look like either a man or a woman.
What? I see a song of
Here it comes, the reaction. Here it comes.
sacrifice of
How dare you? How unbelievably dare you?
Because I dare to.
I thought I was done with it. I thought I was done after the. I thought I had made it past. Gwendy, Gwendy. That's not even what this lyric is referring to.
I'll explain myself. I'll explain myself in a bit.
Kind of.
Hold on. I'll explain myself in a bit about this particular part, but first I'll let Mortius do his thing.
Ironic that this animator had the same misunderstanding I did, because when I heard that lyric, I thought it was referring to Polites, and then my comments gave me a clarification, which I will share with you after the fact. But then clearly this animator also thought it was referring to that. Dang. Basically, I don't know the details because I've been very careful, but essentially, this is the prophet song. So everything he's referring to, the Song of Past Romance, Sacrifice of Man, he's telling us about Act 2.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah.
sorry.
Hold that thought. I'll explain myself in a bit.
No, you're so fine. But, so what I've been told, because I was also trying to think about those lyrics as things that have already happened, like Polites' Sacrifice of Man, but everyone who knows the Odyssey is like, oh no, all of these lyrics are references to very specific events in the latter half of the Odyssey. So all of the Song of Past Romance, Sacrifice of Man, these are things to come, so I don't even know what they mean. But that means that Gwendy is a terrible person from Polites. But also, actually, I'm kind of glad they did, because I'm glad that they weren't using the animation to show like what's going to happen in the future, because that would be kind of jacked. Anyways, isn't his voice amazing, by the way?
Oh yeah. Mason's voice.
Song of Past Romance, Sacrifice. It's so
Okay, anyway, now they're talking about Mason's voice. So let's backtrack just a little bit. The thing is, before I dove into creating this animatic, I went on a refresher for the Odyssey. And let's just say I also spoiled myself with the future songs of Epic. Like almost every song that has been released with the snippets, I already spoiled myself. So I know what's gonna happen. I know what I'm gonna do for future animatics. When it comes to the specific moments that I chose for the visions. Remember that in this song, although prophecy, that's usually entailing the future, but remember in the first part of the lyrics, Tiresias says, I see past and future running free. And also Jorge has mentioned that Tiresias sees all of time, all the time. So he sees past, present, and future. Now, taking that into consideration, that's why I chose something that will represent the past, something that will represent the present, and something that will represent the future in all of the visions that I chose to show here. Now, I understand that Mortius was told by his commenters that all of these, the songs in, the lyrics rather, in the Tiresias' song, No Longer You, only entails about the future events of Act 2. I actually would have to respectfully disagree. I do believe it is past, present, and future all at once. So, for the past, I see a Song of Past Romance. I chose Penelope and Odysseus because Penelope is Odysseus' first love, and also it's the reason why the whole his love for Penelope drives forward the plot. So it also like basically dictates his next steps, right? Dictates his future. His love for Penelope dictates his past love for Penelope. Even though it's also a present love for Penelope, dictates what will happen in the future. Now, why I chose Polites? For this part, I chose a present time event. Presently, some of the comments in my channel actually mentioned, oh, you're wrong, it's actually referring to, okay, spoiler alert guys, spoiler. It's actually going to be referring to Scylla, how Odysseus will sacrifice his men to Scylla, or it's actually going to refer to another spoiler guys, it's actually going to refer to the men being killed by Zeus because of the whole Helios's cattle thing. That's probably around the Thunderbringer saga, Mutiny. I'm not saying you're wrong, because I believe the prophecy is so vague that you can actually interpret it in so many different ways. In my case, I mentioned past, present, future. I interpreted past love as Penelope. Present, although this is technically a past event, it still happened in present time wherein Polites died. And it was Polites' death that also paved the way for so many events that went on in present time as well. So that's my explanation for why I chose Polites. And also, by the time that I finished making this animatic, I've already heard the Underworld song, and in that song, Polites is given a spotlight. So basically, he's fresh in Odysseus's memory. So it all worked out. It all worked out, at least in my eyes. It all worked out in the end.
Oh, good.
What? I see a song of past romance. I
actually made Odysseus and Penelope waltz there. Spoiler!
And a brother's final stand.
Spoiler! Okay, before we hear Mortius' reaction, obviously I took this from Mutiny, because I felt like ever since I think even as far back as what was that song in the Troy saga, Full Speed Ahead, I already saw that there's a bit of tension between negative tension between Eurylochus and Odysseus, like, and then it was fully cemented for me in Luck Runs Out. Also further cemented for me in Puppeteer that Eurylochus is headed towards mutiny, towards betrayal. So that's why I chose this scene for the future event. Again, past, present, future. Past event, Penelope. Present event, Polites' death. He's the sacrificial lamb, basically the sacrifice of man. The sacrificial lamb that is gonna pave the way for Odysseus to change and become who he becomes. And then the mutiny side, also because Eurylochus and Odysseus constantly refer to each other as brothers. So I have no other thought on who else this part of the song could be referring to.
Okay. No.
Okay, so that one might be talking about Act 2.
Yes, definitely, for sure.
Eurylochus betrayed.
All right, Casper, I need you to take off your headphones right now. And then future Casper, when you're watching this at the premiere, also plug your ears for like 15 seconds. Mutiny?
Yes.
One of the few Act 2 songs that I actually know the word of. I don't like that. Okay, go ahead, Casper. You're good.
Yeah?
Yep.
Am I good? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Cool.
There are one or two Act 2 song titles that I have heard. I have not heard any of the music from any of them. I've been very careful about that, but I have caught a couple just song titles and saga titles. One of them, I was like, one of them that I have heard As soon as I saw this, I'm like, uh-oh, 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 Spaghetti-O. All right,
Dude.
Interesting.
Like, to be honest, dude, if Eurylochus decides to betray Odysseus and stuff, like, fair game, I can understand why you do that, but you are an idiot, because, like, what, like, because he needs to have some self-reflection. You're in a story called The Odyssey, and your boss is called Odysseus. Why, like, come on, unless it's a Hamlet play, the main character is not. So come on, brother.
Come on, Eurylochus, just read the story you're a part of, duh.
Eyes of man, I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's
Dang, that
final
sucks.
stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you try a final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive.
Casper's face.
But it's no longer you.
That's a cool visualization of Poseidon. Okay, so there's a
Okay, I gotta stop there because that's not Poseidon. One, that's not Poseidon. But Casper is also not the only person who mistook that for Poseidon. That's it. That's what I'm gonna say.
man who makes it home. So I'm gonna be a little cheeky. So I actually realized, because in Danish the Odyssey is not called the Odyssey. It's called Iliaden or Odysseen, or at least that's when we were in high school. And I remembered some of the story. And there's a part where Odysseus actually eventually makes it home. And then there's a lot of people trying to get... Oh, sorry. Sorry. So in the Odyssey, you know how he makes it home, and there's a shit ton of people that want to get with Penelope, and then he disguises himself and they kill all them all and stuff like that, right?
You probably have to mute my mic.
But what I mean is, I was going somewhere with this. Oh yeah, his son goes looking for him.
Am I good?
Like at some point. So no, not yet. Not yet. The son, I forgot his name. Son goes looking for him. That's who he's referring to. I don't know.
Telemachus.
Maybe I'm just talking out of my... We'll see. Sorry, I didn't realize.
No, you're so fine. All right, I like that both of us had some future insight to share, but me from a song title and you from the source material. That's fascinating. This is going to be a cool reaction.
I could be talking out of my behind. I think I did say the A word. I'm sorry, you're going to have to bleep that probably.
All right.
Who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer you.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
On his hand shaking?
I really enjoyed animating that one.
Pause there because again, Jorge has been so great in his composition that when something falls apart for Odysseus, remember when the piano was like when same thing is happening here. It's no longer you. It's all just falling on.
Really nice observations.
I don't want to click play unless
I got it.
it's gonna
Just to be safe.
yeah.
Yeah, good point.
We've suffered and sailed through the toughest of hells. Now you tell us our efforts for nothing. I see your palace.
Future event, guys.
In red.
Some there.
Faces of men who had long
Casper knows what's gonna happen here. He mentioned it.
What?
Spoiler.
I can't tell you.
No.
Oh, man! Man, Casper suddenly is knowing things about the Odyssey. Goodness gracious.
who had long believed you're dead. I see your wife with a man who is haunting, a man with a trail of bodies.
Some of you guys may be familiar with the visuals there.
I see the sacrifice of man.
Stop it!
See portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you trying final breath. I see a man who gets.
And I need to mention real quick that Tiresias is not a god, which means these are the souls of the damned that are joining this chorus. By the rules of this musical, this chorus has to be diegetic because Tiresias is not a god. So these are actually the souls in the underworld who are...
They wanted to join in.
Come up with this.
Because they thought the song was great. Okay, let's join in the chorus. Let's harmonize.
Final breath, I see a man who gets to make it all alive, but it's no longer you.
I love the reactions.
Ah, Christ!
Dude, I'm just gonna send you
That is
because
some horror movie vibes.
my screen capture is not paused on the same one as you.
Oh, interesting.
I'm just gonna send this to you. I don't
What did
know
it
if you
pause
can
on?
actually look at it. The frame that I got paused on here is terrifying.
Oh, no. It's only like 2 frames off. I'll make sure I send that to Mason. Mason, remind me if I don't remember to send it to you.
Yeah, I made sure to make it look horrifying. I actually made sure of that.
Jump forward, this like the vision of who Odysseus is going to become. Yikes. Yikes, 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 brother. Yikes. And fun fact, we don't know what that background chorus is singing.
That is correct. We don't
He
know.
refuses to tell us.
Yes, that is correct.
It's very rude. There was a
Wait, really?
Yes! Yes! It's messed up! There was a TikTok where someone slowed it down and really tried, like, they made their best guess for every line. And Jorge stitched it and went, one of those lines is correct, and stopped the TikTok. And
Okay, that TikTok that Mortius is talking about was mine. Or stitched my TikTok. I'm gonna show you guys right now. I prepared this one. Yeah, I commented as well. So let's see if okay, let me just play this one. This is the video that Mortius is talking about.
Okay, Epic fans, let's try to figure out what the choir is singing in the last part of No Longer You. So,
One of those lines was correct.
And that's where the TikTok ends. That's where the TikTok ends. Jorge refuses to elaborate.
he wouldn't even tell us which line. So we know that there's a TikTok out there with 4 guesses for what the lines are. And we know that one of those 4 lines is right and 3 of them are wrong.
I need to say I need to shout out as well TF2 fan, because it was TF2 fan who made the video wherein they changed the they cleaned up the vocals so it'll be clearer. And then also shout out to the Epic Discord server, because that's where we had the discussion on what the lines may be. While some of the lines were suggested by myself and my husband, all the other lines were also suggested by other Epic fans.
But we don't even know which of them is right. I'm guessing, I think one of the lines was King of Blood. That they guessed.
That one was suggested by my husband.
Literally nothing.
It does not give us anything.
No.
Yeah.
But so one of the lines that people guessed is King of Blood, and I swear I can hear that. So I'm pretty sure King of Blood is the one line that TikTok creator got correct. Okay. And that means the other 3 were not correct. Because I swear I can hear King of Blood in those background chorals, but maybe I'm wrong.
Gotcha.
I'm going to take it back.
Final stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you try your final breath.
I just realized something. It could also mean Sea of Blood. Not King of Blood. Sea of Blood. Because that would make a lot more sense. Like, Odysseus of the Seas, and a lot of people died, of his men died out at sea.
I see you
And the way they animate the like the power of the wind ruffling his cloak here.
Cool.
I'm glad you like it. Okay, so just this. Nobody has commented on this yet, and nobody has gotten it yet. But the whole flashing light and the flapping of the cloak is directly inspired from one of Jorge's favorite anime, Dragon Ball Z. And this is the exact scene of Piccolo. That one. So I know that it's not very obvious, but that's the actual scene that I took inspiration from, because I know Jorge loves Dragon Ball Z. I grew up with Dragon Ball Z. I absolutely love Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, just a little bit of a callback there.
Horrifying. Oof. Rock on. Oh, there you go. Mason Olshavsky. That's what it was.
Olshavsky.
Olshavsky. Rock on. Oh, I see. So I think in S2D Studios must be multiple people. So when it said like
So this one-
Gwendy in S2D is that person who's a member. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, it does make sense. Just to clarify, I made NS Studios as like a sort of collective of animators. I made it specifically for an animated short that I was making. We were trying to enter a contest locally here in my country, an animation contest, and I made this whole animation. The animated short, by the way, called Secret Box, is available in my channel if you want to see it. And I hired fellow animators to help me, and I called ourselves as NS2D Studios, and it's basically my dream to have my own animation studio. So that's why it's Gwendy NS2D Studios. That's my channel. And it's also because when I do live streams, people would ask, how do we refer to you? So instead of, sometimes they would call me NS2D. So rather than, avoid the confusion, okay, just call me Gwendy, and then Gwendy/NS2D Studio. So yeah, just a bit of an explanation, quick explanation there.
Well done, Gwendy, then.
Thank you.
That was an awesome animatic. That was really, really cool. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. I got rid of Casper instead of...
There's something, so that last do 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 do. So usually in musicals, and has been ever since with Epic, is that there is no vocal or instrumental on a vocal line that's random. I think that
they're going to talk about that particular part in the musical.
Because that feels
Interesting.
after
Like
the
that's a
song is over.
motif that is
Yeah,
going to
or
show up
something.
later.
Okay, something that I'm kind of surprised that they hadn't mentioned, and I don't blame them because I didn't catch it the first time. But in the last part, the danger motif is there. I don't know if this particular part that they're going to be talking about is part of the danger motif, but I'm just going to go back a little bit. Okay, I could be wrong though, because I'm not really good when it comes to okay, it's here.
Horrifying.
Yeah, I do think it's the danger motif. The danger motif goes like da-da, 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 da-da. This sounds like a slowed down danger motif. Da-da, da-da, da-da,
Horrifying.
da-da.
Oof.
Da-da, 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 da-da. da da. That's the danger motif, or danger is nearby motif. Slow down. So anyway, Mortius and Casper here are they're gonna talk about not that particular part that I just mentioned. They're gonna talk about the last part, which they have I think they think it's the monster motif, although I can't be sure because I didn't really I'm gonna need time to listen to it actually.
This motif. What if? Here's my prediction. You ready? What if that's the monster motif?
Yeah, it could be. I'm gonna need to listen to it.
Slightly, like what we've identified as Odysseus's motif is the man motif, and now that motif at the end of the song is the monster motif. Maybe that's what it is.
Can I just play it again?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Bum 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 bum.
So that's,
Bum 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 bum.
and then
I'm not sure I'm familiar with the music. I'm not sure.
So it's same scale, same note. The only note that's
scale?
in the, let's call that the monster motif. The ones that are missing there is
we're
the
right.
F sharp.
I have to
Yeah,
watch their monster
interesting.
reaction though. I haven't watched
That's
it
a
yet.
fascinating little perspective.
Yeah, and that's funny because that's the fifth of the B. No, that's getting too technical. No, that's probably not.
Do it, do it, do it. Deep dive, deep dive.
No, that's that's a stretch. I'm sure that's not it. But wow, that's cool. But from like surely that.
Okay, so anyway, you guys, you can watch the full video of Mortius and Casper Fox's reaction in Mortius's channel. You can just the link is in the description. I'll put the link in the description for both their channels. Make sure to subscribe to their channel as well. They're awesome. Of course, I love the fact that they're both, of course, epic fans as well. And I definitely enjoyed their reaction enough to do a reaction-ception. So I hope you enjoy this video as well, and it gave you a few more insights on some of my thought processes going into this. Thank you so much for watching this video, you guys, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure to subscribe to my channel as well, and I will be making more of these animatics in the near future. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. This has been Gwendy from NSTD Studios, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now!